Welcome to Gainesville, Florida, the site for a midweek matchup in the Sunshine State as the number 9 Florida Gators get set to take on the Dolphins of Jacksonville. Florida dominant in this series all time. 11 shutouts, 7 run rule victories in the history between those two in Florida. Looking for another one of those tonight. Welcome in, everybody. Ryan Urquhart, Francesca Anea. And Francesca, when you take a look at this game, Florida has a lot of big-time opponents coming up this weekend in the Mary Nutter Classic. Focus may be a storyline tonight for Florida. What do the Gators need to accomplish? Gator fans enter to win the Super Cuts Super Fan Contest. Text CUTS to 71855. That's CUTS, C-U-T-S, to 71855 and be entered for the chance to win a $25 gift card to Super Cuts and receive $5 off your next haircut. Super Cuts is a proud sponsor of Gators softball. Gators a proud 9-0 lead as we go to the home half of the 4th inning. Cottrell leads off for Florida. It will be 5, 6, and 7 due up for the Gators as Cottrell today has reached once on a walk. It was an RBI walk back in the first, part of that carousel that gave the Gators an early 8-0 run rule territory lead in the home half of the 1st inning. And she flew out to center her last time at the plate. Talked with Coach Walton the other day about Julia Cottrell and what is it about her swing that allows her to just pick up double after double. She's leading the team with 7 so far this season. He really talked about her ability to put it anywhere in the outfield, in right or left, and to find that gap-to-gap power that she can bring to the plate. There's Cottrell, right-hand hitter, the toss. And it's inside for a ball, 1-0 from Swindle, who, pitching in relief, she was put into quite a tough situation for Auburn. Her line to this point, 3 innings pitched, has allowed 4 hits and 3 runs, but only 1 of those are earned. Swindle the 1-0. Cottrell flinches at it, but will take a ball inside 2-0. When the 16 batters faced, considering the situation she stepped into, done half bad, has been able to settle things out against this Gator offense. 2-0. And off the plate outside into the glove of Nillen will be 3-0. So 3 balls to start this bottom of the 4th inning.
And Lexi Hanley did not get an out in her start and had 6 of those runs in the 8-run first charged against her.
Pitch on the outside corner. Cottrell turned, was about to throw the bat, but it's a strike. It's 3-1.
Not sure if that was like a TikTok dance that she did there, but it was a nice little quick spin. Thought it was ball 4.
3-1. Trampolines it wide of third for a foul. 3-2. Look at you referencing.
Did you see
TikTok.
what I did there?
Look at you referencing TikTok.
That's
you
what happens.
millennial, you.
Yeah, I mean, look.
You are technically one of them.
I'm not young anymore, but I'm still hip. And I got a bad hip because I'm old. I'm trying.
I got a bad hip, but I don't see me complaining. 3-2. Fly ball towards left. Racing back out of the glove of Calvert. Looked like she would have had it, but it bounces out of the leather. Cottrell around first into second. And the catcher is aboard for the Gators.
Her 8th double of the year, and it was an odd swing. She kind of almost bent at the knees as the pitch approached and golfed one out to left field. Take a look at the replay. The ball was all the way down near the dirt, and she dipped her body with the pitch and served it out to left field. Had so much power on it with not such a powerful swing.
And that's that ability to put it anywhere as well. And this was kind of an odd ball as it flew into the glove of Calvert. I thought she was going to get it off the swing as she was racing back, but it just kind of popcorns out of the leather. E.C. Taylor will pinch run at second for Cottrell. Here's Cheyenne Lindsay to the plate. Wristband check, first toss to Lindsay. And it's a strike 0-1. Yeah, I feel like that's something that, I don't know what it is about this Florida radio booth. There's not a lot of hip problems up here. Yeah. I don't know if there's a causation, but there's definitely correlation, it seems. H quickly up here. Here's the 0-1. Ball gets away to left. Taylor will hold it second. Lindsay takes a ball, 1-1. Lindsay today continues her red-hot weekend. 2 singles, is 2 for 2 with an RBI. Of course, Lindsay made a lot of plays last night. How about that play she made running at third, where she was getting chased down and was able to get back into the bag? 1-1. Lindsay turns the bat at it, holds it on the shoulder, misses low and in for ball 2. Could have been the winning run. She was able to stay alive. Florida would not walk off in that inning. But all night long and all weekend long, she just continues to make plays. Runner at second. Nobody out. 2-1. Lindsay on a line into left center will roll all the way to the warning track. Taylor around third will score easily. And Lindsay with an RBI double extends the lead to 0.
What a weekend for Cheyenne Lindsay. It's her second double of this series. And for her, another multi-hit game. She has 3 hits today. 2 games in this series with 3 hits. She now has 8 hits for this series. Incredible.
That's pretty good. And for Lindsay, 4th double of the season. 3 for 3 today with 2 RBI. And Jamie Hoover will step to the plate. And Coach Mickey Dean looks like he might be going to his bullpen as he comes and has a word with Lee Bowen-Duan, the home plate official. This will be a conversation between him and Swindle. Swindle has the face mask off, and indeed, well, wait. Still nobody out. Saw Justice Perry running out. Realized that's not a new pitcher. It's the Auburn first baseman. And here is Lexi Hanley. She will re-enter the game for Auburn. So while she warms up, we'll step aside. Florida knocks in another run, an RBI double for Cheyenne Lindsay. 10-0 Gators at home over Auburn in Game 3 of the series on the Gator Sports Network from Learfield IMG College.
Lauren Evans back to serve. The Dallas, Texas native will fire it away. 7-5 Florida in the second set. Back row received by Riley Fisher, and it goes out of play. It's an ace for Arkansas. 7-6 now. And back-to-back balls that have come our way. I'm going to have to start reinforcing this desk or something. It's getting dangerous over here.
I feel like my reflexes are still a little slow.
Mine are, if it makes you feel any better, mine are a little bit slow too. Here's the right-handed serve. Bullet taken on by Thayer Hall. Overpass. Thumped back across by Rachel Rippey. She ripped that one, and we're tied at 7. Arkansas on a 3-0 run.
Gators needing to take just a little bit more care of the first contact of the ball, having a little bit of trouble passing the ball to the setter right now.
There's Lauren Evans again, the right-handed serve, her 4th straight. Long serve, way over everybody's head, and that will break the scoring run. Point Florida. Gators up by 1, a few substitutions. Kramer, Gregory out on the court now. King, Monterey Hall, Fisher, Hammonds, and back to serve Chanel Hargraves, the Tampa native. Stands in front of the cheerleaders dressed in white and blue today. Right-handed serve is away from Chanel Hargraves. Back row taken by Gillen. Rippey, backside right side slide play to Pamphile. Rejected by Hall. Arkansas keeps it up. They try Cartwright at the left pin, but went cross court a little too strong. From left to right, goes out of play. It's a point for Florida, and seems like she just didn't get the angle she wanted on that one.
Absolutely, and King doing a really good job blocking from pin to pin and kind of not giving her a good look on the court.
Here's Chanel Hargraves to serve again. 9-7 Gators. Right-handed serve is away. Gillen takes it in back left. Rippey goes left side. Cartwright off-speed shot kept in the air by Hargraves. Fisher left side Hall. Swing through the seam of the block. Gillen picks it up and back. And right side Arkansas goes. They find Pamphile, who lays down the kill on the right sideline. It's a point for Arkansas. 9-8 now the score. Florida a few more substitutions. Gregory back into the game. Hargraves back out. It's Monterey King Hall up front. In back. Fisher, Hammonds, and Gregory. Right-handed serve for Arkansas. Here it is from Cartwright. Back row taken by Hammonds. Wonky ball into back right for Florida. Gregory gives it to Hall. Just bumps it across for a free ball. Rippey a dump, and Florida not there in time. Gregory and Fisher going crisscross the attack line to try and keep it up. It's a point for Arkansas, and we're tied at 9. In this set, the Hogs hitting 0-21, but they fought their way back. Against the Gators, right-handed serve from Cartwright. Hammonds receives in back left. Monterey goes left side Hall. Swing off the block. Gillen keeps it alive. Rippey back to Gillen at left pin. Rejected the net. King and Monterey are there. It's a block for the Gators, and Florida goes back on top.
The timing off just a little bit for Gillen trying to hit the higher set. Gives time for King and Monterey to get set for the block.
Monterey sends it away. Right-handed serve. Back row received by Gillen. Rippey sets left side Gillen. Swing. A whole lot of heat on it, but too much. Left it long of the end line. It's a point. No, it's a point for Arkansas. Hit off of a Florida player. I thought initially that was clean. It will be a point for the Razorbacks. They'll say it hit off the fingertips of the blocker, and we're tied at 10 in the second set. Downing back to serve for Arkansas. Right-handed line drive serve. Hammonds receives. Monterey goes left side. Kramer swing. Tooled it out of play. Rather, that was Thayer Hall who laid it down at left pin. Point Florida.
They are doing a great job of jumping in the air, waiting just a second, and tooling the hands of the Arkansas block. She does that beautifully.
Speaking of Hall, she'll go back to serve. Florida 11, Arkansas 10, set number 2. From back left, she will serve. Right-handed serve is away. Back row, Gillen receives. Rippey goes back, Gillen. Left pin, swing off the block, and that was coming right for us. It is a point for Arkansas on the kill. I'm not going to lie, folks, I didn't see what the last point of that was. That's the third ball that's come our way. This one was straight at us, and I tried to make the catch, but it tipped out of bounds instead to the people behind us. So my apologies, Gator Nation. Got to keep your head on a swivel over here. It's time to 11.
We're getting quicker, though.
We're getting quicker. We're getting better. Here's the serve from Arkansas. Florida goes middle. Darielle King bringing the hammer. Lays down the law like the sheriff. It's 12-11 Florida.
Speaking of quicker, how quick did King get up in the air to hit that one set? She hit the quick set, and not only did she not try to hit it in the middle of the court, she went straight for the setter for Arkansas.
Gregory will go back to serve between the L and the O in Florida. Right-handed serve is away. Line drive taken to the back row by Arkansas. Hogs go middle for Garrett. Takes a swing and too far to the end line. It's a point for Florida. Gators up 13-11. The attack arrow will put Florida on the service line. Here's Allie Gregory in the blue libero jersey. Holds the right hand in the air, approaches, will send the serve away. And that's straight into the net for a service error. Point for Arkansas. Hogs hanging tight in the second set. It's 13-12.
Arkansas kind of trying to stay in this game, hoping that Florida makes more of these unforced errors.
Gators a 1-0 lead in the match. Took the first set, 25-17. Gill on the serve. Down the right sideline. Hammonds to Monterey. Middle Kramer. Swipes it across for a Florida kill. Rachel Kramer making it look easy. 14-12.
Florida's continuing to feed their middle. They're getting a lot of success with no hitting errors.
Number 5 is 5 for 5 today. That'll put Holly Carlton back to serve. Gators up by 2. The serve away. Cartwright receives. On the run, Ryan back to Cartwright. Left pin, swing a bullet down the sideline off of Holly Carlton, diving on that orange line. And it's out of play. Point Arkansas.
This is Hannah Roberts, just under 300 in that average. Has gone yard once this year. Soft liner, one hops to Reynoso. There's one. And off the back, couldn't get the tag. But there's 2 outs in the inning.
I love the guts from Lugo. She went back-to-back changeup. She was able to get this easy, soft grounder over to Reynoso, but the bad throw from Adams, unable to transfer it smoothly, didn't allow for the double play, but still being able to get that lead runner out is big.
And not hitting that throw is a rarity for this Gator infield. That's one of the best you'll find in the country. Here's the cleanup hitter, Madison Kennedy, hitting .412 so far this season. Lifts this one deep towards left. Giving chase in the corner is Lindsay. One-handed snag, and the inning will come to a close. So for Lugo and company, they face one above the minimum. When we come back, the Gators coming up to the plate here in Gainesville. Welcome back to Gainesville. There you see the starting lineup for Tim Walton's Gators in season number 15 for Florida. We mentioned 900 wins for Coach Walton in the opening. And when you take a look at this lineup, Francesca, the production from the top of the order has been spectacular so far.
I think that's what we expected when you have veterans Hannah Adams and Kendall Lindemann up at that top, and now just looking for production at that bottom of the lineup. That is key, and it's being anchored down by the shortstop in Reynoso, trying to get things started down there.
The pitcher for Jacksonville will be Alyssa Bilodeau. Steps into the circle. There you see her numbers, a 1.4 ERA. That's best on the team. The ace will step in for Jacksonville to face off against the leadoff hitter Adams. The first pitch away from Jacksonville. So for Bilodeau, voted preseason pitcher of the year for 2019, is the ASUN strikeout leader with 44 this season.
And she's someone who produces a lot of strikeouts because she throws at a very high velocity. She's going to top out around 67, 68 at times, but she doesn't have too much movement with it. And that's where she gets in trouble because it's high velo. If you can catch up with it, the ball's going to go far.
And it'll be a hitter's count on Hannah Adams. She's somebody who at the end of last season for Florida, really started to turn a corner and became a big factor in this lineup. Now finds herself an anchor for Florida's offense. Three-0 from Bilodeau. That'll be high, ball 4. So both teams with leadoff base runners. Let's see what the Gators can do with it. This will bring up the righty Kendall Lindemann. He's racked up quite a number of career honors. The 3-time All-American, 2019 All-SEC first-team selection, a transfer from Minnesota. And strike 1 to Lindemann. For Kendall Lindemann, had a solid weekend at the Bubbly Invitational. On the entire week was .450 at the plate with 3 RBI. Drew 4 walks as well. Went 1 for 3 last time out against Florida A&M. Currently riding an 11-game hit streak. That's a career high for her. Now facing 0-2.
I love the response from Bilodeau after giving up 4 straight balls to Adams. You come out hot right against Lindemann, getting that 0-2. Now, if you can put her away, now that is going to give you some confidence in that circle.
0-2 to Lindemann. Lindemann lifts one deep towards left field at the warning track, and it's off the scoreboard. Gators off to a racing start. A 2-run shot from Kendall Lindemann.
Kind of preluded to it. Bilodeau gives up that long ball very often because of that high velocity. You have an 0-2 count. You cannot leave that ball anywhere over the middle of the plate. That ball needs to be in the backstop before it needs to be anywhere on that white part. And because of that experience and the power that Kendall Lindemann has, of course she's going to knock it over the fence for her second home run of her season.
Kendall Lindemann among the leaders a season ago in long balls, and she adds another. 2-0 Gators in the bottom of the first. That'll bring up Charla Eccles, who we talked about. She's a long ball threat in her own right. And Florida getting 2 big transfers over these last couple of years. They got Lindemann last year from Minnesota. Charla Eccles from Michigan State, both out of the Big Ten. And one of the questions for Florida coming into this year was, how can you fill the void of Amanda Lorenz departing for graduation? One of the best to ever wear the uniform for Florida. And the answer has resoundingly been the play of Charla Eccles. She has been one of the nation's best through the first 12 games for Florida. Eccles lifts this one high, deep to right field, and it is well out of the ballpark. How about another home run for Charla Eccles? She's got 5 on the season, and it's 3-0 Florida.
What's up, everybody? I'm Ryan Urquhart, and today we'll preview Tampa Bay Tech and Gaither in this week's edition of 2-Minute Drill. Let's start with the road squad in Gaither. The Cowboys are off to one of their best starts in school history at 7-0. Much of that is thanks to Tony Bartolo, who's among the state's leaders with over 1,600 yards and averaging nearly 4 touchdowns a game through the air, with just 3 interceptions. Bartolo has been complimented by one of the deepest receiving corps in the area, with sophomore Devion Pittman leading the way for Gaither with 9 receiving touchdowns on the campaign. On the other side, for Tampa Bay Tech, this is a team that has hit some turbulence after a 5-0 start. Armwood came into Tech with a chip on their shoulder and gave a vengeful 32-0 thumping of Tampa Bay Tech to hand them their second loss of 2019. Tech was held to their lowest offensive output of the year with just 109 total yards of offense. However, Tampa Bay Tech is as talented as anybody in this area, with plenty of defensive talent and a passing game of their own, anchored by the young duo of David Wright and Greg Gaines III, who have connected for over 350 yards and 6 touchdowns this season between them. As always, you can watch Tampa Bay Tech and Gaither right here on the Identity Tampa Bay this Friday night at 7:30.